Oh no! Yo! Wow.
Hi, you guys. So, we just finished up a nice 5-hour drive from Los Angeles to Yosemite. We're not necessarily in the park yet. We're right outside it in Oakhurst, California, which is kind of just this smaller town nearby. It's about a 20-minute drive to the park. But this is our second stop on our little California road trip. So this morning our friend Sage came and met us at the hotel in Los Angeles, and we all rode up and did the nice 5-hour road trip up here. And so we just got here, and Garrett and I are working with this absolutely gorgeous hotel. It's a castle, and it's kind of just tucked into the mountains right by the little downtown, and it's just amazing, even the paintings and the art and everything. And I love it. I love a good chateau or castle. So I don't think we've ever really stayed in a place like this. Whenever we've gone over to Europe or the UK, we do a ton of castle and chateau tours because I just love them so much, and I love the history of all those things. So we stayed in like this cool old kind of chateau house one time up in the Isle of Skye in Scotland that we kind of stumbled upon. But this is like the first time really planning on staying in one of these places, and so I'm really excited to be working with them. Tonight it's about 5 p.m. We're gonna try to get into the park to catch sunset, we're hoping. One thing about Yosemite is it's absolutely massive. I think it's just a little bit smaller than Rhode Island. It's huge. And we're really excited to be here because we actually came here on our last California road trip, but we weren't here that crazy long. It was only like half a day that we got to spend in the park. So we only saw a few main things in the valley. We got here tonight and we're gonna try to get into the park and see something, but we have our full day tomorrow to really explore everything in there and try to do some good hikes. Last time we did not know when you get there to get to the main valley, if you're coming in through like the north entrance, it is about like 2 hours. It's a long drive to get to where all the kind of main attractions are from the entryway. This time we're coming from the south entrance, so it's only about 40 minutes to an hour to the valley. Tonight we're gonna try to go watch sunset from Glacier Point. Maybe that might change just depending on how things go, which is an upper point in the park. It's not down in the valley, but it kind of sees over all of that. So it's about a 20-minute drive from here to get to the park, and then about another 40 minutes to an hour to that point to get to sunset. So we're going to attempt to get there before then. We'll see how it goes. We are going to go grab a snack really quick down from the kitchen just because we haven't eaten yet. Also, I wanted to give you a tour of this place and our room because it's just super cool. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour and then we will head out to Yosemite. Snacks. We had to get some gas and get into the park. There's only really bakery stuff and we didn't want to wait for food because I'm tight on time. So I got a blueberry muffin, and honestly,
Every place closes at 8 for dinner.
what about our place? We shouldn't go to Yosemite, we should just go eat.
So there's kind of a dilemma here.
Oh no. I had a croissant from Flash Coffee.
I mean, we can just grab
Not
stuff from
bad.
Vaughn's later
Oh,
when
wait.
we get back.
There's
probably meals and stuff. We can just get there.
Is there? I don't know anything about Vons.
It's just a grocery store.
There's a Southgate
Okay.
Brewing Company that looks like they have pretty good food. 4-point star. They're up until 9.
We could do that. We'll be back by then.
We're back.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, go to Vaughn's. And just
ended up getting into the park. Actually, I'm surprised. Did a light just go out? I'm surprised that we made it into the park for sunset. We ended up going to the tunnel view, which is just this, I feel like that's my favorite view in most parks. When you go through the tunnel, just like boom, the whole incredible kind of overview. So we did end up getting into the park though. We went all the way to that. It ended up being like a 2-hour round trip drive to that and back from the park. So, but we did make sunset and it was beautiful and very worth the drive. And it actually was a lot prettier. We got to the tunnel view and everything, but it was actually even prettier afterwards when we were on the drive back. And then when it was completely dark, driving through the park was kind of cool because you could see the line of cars in front of you going through the trees and their headlights. That's the biggest squirrel I've ever seen. There's this ride at Universal Studios called E.T. and it like takes you through the forest. And it reminded me of that because you could see the headlights going through the woods and it was really, really cool. And then we ended up going and getting Chipotle and calling it a night. Today I wanted to wake up much earlier than I did, but my eyes are honestly still even kind of a little red because I'm just so tired. We got back a little bit later than planned. We got green tea this morning and then we got some breakfast here at the hotel. I'm going to head into the park today and spend pretty much the entire day at the park. I know we want to just really get to the valley and start from there and start doing hikes. I feel like I'm still a little bit nervous doing any hiking up against any like loose rocks.
We were at the Grand Canyon last October. We were just hiking, going down into the canyon and having a good time. But there was some kids up at the top that we saw earlier in the day kind of messing around up there and throwing little rocks.
Literally when we walked in, we were like, they're so close to the edge.
Throwing little rocks, you know, being kids, stupid shit.
Right.
But anyway, not supposed to be doing that. So when we got a little bit further down in the canyon, we just heard something.
Right. And to like set the scene, like the canyon when you're walking down it, the path is really, really small.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you can move a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can like jump to the side because then you're just gonna fall into the canyon.
And next thing you know, we hear this tumbling and I look up and there's just massive rock falling straight towards Kenna. So I yell, you know, look out. And
I didn't even have time to look though. I literally just ran towards you.
Yeah. Straight by her, down into the canyon, and it was just like a traumatic, like
it was really scary
kind of experience. So
yeah,
that was
we left after that.
Yeah, that was a
and
damper.
I was very like, I was shaking and all the people beside us were like, oh my god. But that was scary. Probably gonna avoid any hikes where it's like loose rock walls. I feel like I want to do more hikes where it's like nature trails. Paige and Tanner already went and picked up some snacks and some waters, and we are going to get in the car and go pick them up and start heading towards the park and try to figure out our first kind of hike. But we're probably going to go to the valley first and start from there. Maybe just start with Yosemite Falls, which we did last time we were here, and it was my favorite. That was all we did last time we were here, and it was my favorite thing ever because we had little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that we had picked up from gas station, and we had brought those for our lunch and we brought them up. That is the biggest squirrel I've ever seen in my life. Garrett, look how massive this squirrel is. And like sat with our feet in the water and facing, looking up at the waterfall, and ate our peanut butter and jellies for lunch. And that was my favorite memory maybe from our last time in Yosemite. Last time we did our California road trip, I want to say it was like 2023.
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago, and that was, I think, the best, one of my favorite trips we've ever done. It was very kind of a free-for-all, and we were staying a lot out in very nature-esque places that were kind of remote, and just visiting all the national parks. Like going down, we started in Tahoe, and then we stopped in, was it Sequoia next or Yosemite?
Yosemite, then Sequoia.
Yeah, so we stopped in Yosemite and then Sequoia, and then we hit Joshua Tree, no, Indio, and then Joshua Tree. So we kind of saw everything in the places that we picked out to stay. We're very like off the beaten path and really interesting and cool. Probably one of my favorite road trips we've ever done. It was kind of like a free-for-all. There wasn't an insane amount planned. We just like which parks we were going to, a hike or two at each park, and I think that's always how things work out the best, when you don't have it like perfectly planned. I actually really enjoyed Los Angeles, which usually in cities I just get so overwhelmed, but actually I had a great time and I really enjoyed it, and I didn't feel very anxious at all, except for kind of yesterday leaving. I felt like maybe I was just kind of like decompressing. As soon as we got here, I just felt super inspired and motivated and rejuvenated again, just being a little bit close to nature. I definitely think that's where I recharge, and then but also I felt very motivated and happy in the city this time. But I am happy to be doing some hiking and all of this stuff, so I'm really excited to get into the park today. But yeah, so they're waiting for us, so we're gonna go pick them up and head into the park. I'm wearing the cool jacket. Do you have your ASRB outfit on?
Yeah, the shirt and the shorts are.
We're very ASRB decked out today. Look at my little shopping cart.
It's changing his boots.
Wow.
facing this way, and that takes us to that way. Village is like right in here then.
We passed Curry Village.
We did?
Yeah, we passed driving.
Well, then Curry Village is literally right here.
Because we went and then we turned back around, but we went down and then. Maybe we should go through Curry Village and then like down that. Hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, Curry Village is literally like right here.
It ended up being such a crazy long day. We kept trying to find waterfalls and water sources for some reason is all the hikes we kept picking. Obviously those didn't work out because it's hot out and the water is low right now. There was one, if you're going soon, there was one waterfall that had some water and it was Bridal Veil Falls. So that one had some, and there's like an upper falls you can go to. We ended our day with Glacier Point Overlook, which was insanely stunning and very, very worth it. Definitely go to that if you can. I unfortunately have the worst migraine ever, so I just took an Excedrin. So we are just going to have a very chill night because tomorrow we head out again, back on the road. We are just going to go have dinner here at the hotel. I'm just wearing this little dress I got. It's from Addicted. It's actually super cute. It's like a navy blue low waist, and I'm pairing it with these Covet shoes from Covet. But yeah, so we're going to have a very relaxed, calm night because I feel like hiking will take it out of you. So it was a long hiking day, and honestly my feet hurt. I don't even know if I should be putting on heels right now. My favorite part of the day, so we went down to Mirror Lake and it was completely out of water. So we ended up just eating our snacks that we had and taking a nap under a tree. So that was a very cute part of today. Everyone was just so tired. We are going to head down to dinner and call it an early night. And also this hotel does turn down service, which I love so much when hotels have turn down service. They like come in and turn down the blinds and like dim the lights and leave little chocolates. And so I want to have that in my own house. Like that's something I want to have in my house, like a nighttime ritual. My favorite one ever was from the Maker Hotel in New York, in upstate New York, and they really go all out with the turn down service, like chamomile tea and melatonin gummies and like all this crazy stuff. So I feel like those little kind of simple things, if you could bring them back into your real life, make life happier in little tiny ways. We're gonna start doing turn down service at our house, Garrett. This is the dress and the shoes, so we are going to go ahead and go eat some dinner.